Warning: this podcast is the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. But if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
I wrote this shit and I can't even say it.
You know,
You're reading it.
I was reading
was
it
like, what
off
the heck
the
is he doing?
screen. What's up, Cobweb?
hey, what up, though, Josh? Oh, how you feeling, Deb?
I'm okay.
Deb's like,
Yeah. Yeah, just because she's still let down from the last week's episode.
Not the
That's all okay.
episode, just the movie.
Just the movie.
The movie?
You know, our part, the three of us, the Dream Team, talking about that movie was better than that whole damn movie.
You know what we did? We did it more justice than they did.
Yep.
Yes, don't hurt us, Jamie Lee Curtis.
We even wrote a new story. A new story.
A
for
new
it.
story about it, yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis, don't write us in your book.
Yeah, right.
Man,
Or if she
Lame-ass
does,
kid.
then people will remember us.
no, we're not even gonna see before we hit record for today's episode, Trick or Treat, here at Cast of the Pod. We were talking about last week's episode, Halloween Ends, and that kind of brought us down a little bit. So if we start off kind of low,
Gotta work our way back up.
We can bring it up a notch.
But this movie's gonna help us.
this movie is going to help. So before we get into everything, this is Cast of the Pod, the podcast where the three of us talk about movies and not necessarily review. I mean, we give a number review at the end of it, but we talk about how it affects us, how we remember it,
Our
if it-
experience.
our experiences with it in the past, and if it's something that we've just seen, we just make fun of it. I mean, we
Make
talk a
fun
lot
of
of
it.
shit.
Yeah, that we do.
So it's not a traditional thing. If you're looking for a traditional type review, keep on listening to this and make sure you subscribe and download it anyway. But it's not a traditional review podcast.
No, it's just the hottest podcast in these streets.
I think we can get sued for stealing that from somewhere.
You know what? All right, look.
Where did we steal it from?
Look. They got it. Look. It's Felipe's Garage, because you did your little thing over there. I know that's Cookbook's slogan for their podcast, but I mean, they've been on hiatus for a little while. So since they start warming back up, I think we got this on lock.
Oh, the thoughts and views of Cobweb do not necessarily. If you heard any of the old podcasts that we used to be on, that was like my catchphrase.
Yeah.
Whenever
Everybody
anybody would
else.
say, before there was cancel culture and all that, and somebody would say something messed up, I was like, the thoughts and views of them. It's
Blah
not-
blah blah.
Oh yeah.
So now that you say that, I got to put that out. You know, I did a guest spot on Felipe's Garage, and they had me on their Patreon only episode. They also put us over, Cast of the Pod, the three of us. They put us over on their free episode also. So if you're into like nerd stuff and hip hop and stuff,
The same stuff we talk about.
Yeah.
goes. As a matter of fact, we were talking about Halloween and the Patreon only, the first one that they did,
Yeah.
but Halloween 1 and the remix.
Speaking of Patreon, is it something coming pretty soon? Is there? I've heard
Yes,
of rumblings
yes.
and grumblings.
There's rumblings and grumblings, and it's not just my stomach. We are going to be doing a Cast of the Pod Patreon that's going to have one-off episodes of stuff that we're not putting on here, even episodes. Because see, we're going to be doing not just the big names on the regular feed. We might be saving some of the bigger names for the Patreon only stuff.
Almost death.
You know, so you're still gonna get the lesser known horror movies here and every now and then one of the bigger names, but you know
It's worth your while. Let's just say
Yes.
that you'll be highly entertained.
plus we're gonna have a start off level of $2 if you just want to help us out and help pay the server bills and all that. That, you know, it's not open yet, but it'll be patreon.com/cast of the pod. I'm just saying. So we haven't even said our names yet. We've talked to each other, the three of us. I'm Josh.
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
She likes saying her name last. I don't know why.
It just works out that way.
Trying to steal.
Yeah.
She's trying to steal the limelight from us, Cobb.
Well, I was told that I was a star.
Oh, talking shit.
I'm the star of Josh and Deb cast.
See now, how many different podcasts are we going to bring up in today's episode? You're talking about the Josh and Deb cast, which is a separate one from Cast of the Pod.
Well, she is kind of the star of this episode because this is her movie that she picked out.
This
So-
I
is
actually
true.
did pick up this one. This one
Right.
is one of my favorite movies.
The
Right, so this is-
2007 cult
this is the
classic. Never actually been on I mean, it has now. Like if somebody played it at like Alamo Draft House, but it was never released in the theater officially. Trick or Treat from 2007. Did you know that, Deb?
No.
Uh-huh.
Not only is this one of my favorite movies, one year Josh made me the costume of the main character, and I had it on and I wanted to go show it to our friend that has a shop at one of the flea markets here in town.
Well, yeah. Steven from
Steven,
One Up
One Up.
Entertainment.
So I wanted to go show him my costume.
They happened to be having a costume contest at the time.
We didn't know. He told me, oh, they're having a costume contest. You should go, enter it. So we went
Just
I
as
was
a
like,
joke, just to,
you
we're
know.
here anyways.
And people were like stopping me and taking pictures with me and stuff. It was pretty cool. I couldn't breathe because the mask was like so hot inside of it. And Josh was like,
I made a paper mache ball head, covered it with burlap, put the button
wow.
eyes on there, and all that.
and it had my outfit and everything. And so he was like holding me to guide me.
Oh man.
And I got into the costume contest and I actually won first place. I won $100 cash and then $100. It was the name of the flea market is Pika Pika, and so we got like Pika Pika bucks where
So yeah, she got cash and then gift certificates.
to
use.
Oh.
spend in whatever store I wanted there.
See, but
You went
here's the cool thing. They had
you
different
walked
age
into
groups.
just a man.
Yeah.
There's cool. There's something more cool than this.
Yes. So every age group, there was this one family there, right? And everyone in this family happened to be female, and they all happened to be dressed in Native Americans,
Okay.
and they all
The
had
whole headpiece.
the whole headpiece and all that. And as they got older, progressively older, their outfits ended up like disappearing, getting shorter and shorter, and deeper cuts and deeper cuts.
Okay.
And it went from being the little ones like, oh, cute, to like, oh, okay, it's the Party City version,
Oh.
So, and each one of those kids won every group, and so Deborah's up there on stage, and she's up there with slutty version. Oh, you can't say slut no more, right? that was her. That was that lady's term.
You've been warned. You've been warned.
That's what she wanted. That's what she wanted to be.
She was the busting out version. That's what I'll call it. The busting out
The
version.
Rick James version.
I
There
don't
were some.
I don't know how her costume, the grown ass woman's costume, was smaller than the youngest of the family. I don't know if they were sharing the same costume or what.
Oh wow.
After that contest, they went to the restroom and switched real quick.
So,
This
but
with
then,
the same outfit.
so she was on stage, right? And then they had a couple put together as one, as Cheech and Chong, and they looked great.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
And then Shonuff, this guy,
He was awesome.
he looked like Shonuff stepped out the movie.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, man, Deborah's gonna lose the boobs McGee over here.
I could understand that. I could
And then-
understand that.
And then I was like, if she doesn't lose the boobs McGee, hopefully she'll lose the Shonuff.
Because he
It was great.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to win at all. I didn't think I was going to win any
Didn't
prize.
plan on doing it or whatever. And so they're like, all right, now this is the freestyle portion of it. They're all standing on the stage, do something. And Cheech and Chong were there acting all Cheech and Chong, and Show Enough was standing there looking all Show Enough.
Right.
And Boobs McGee is twerking.
Oh my God.
Oh, they also had what was it? A werewolf with the girl. She was the one that I moved out of the way.
No, that's not who you moved out of the way.
I couldn't see.
You couldn't even see with your big head.
couldn't see.
Why are you even trying?
Okay.
Boobs
continue.
So Boobs McGee's twerking, right?
Wait. Word of the day. Word of the day.
I have new sound effects, by the way. There you go. But so Deb brings out her you know how Sam from this movie Trick or Treat that we're going to be talking about someday, hopefully today in the next one, has the candy cane, the candy, the lollipop in her hand.
Bag. I have my.
And she puts it up forward like that and just pushes Boobs McGee out of the way and then steps forward and stands there and just is looking at everybody. And I'm recording and I'm like, damn, Deborah did her wrong. Deborah's looking all mean and evil.
Right? She went hard.
Right. And so then they call the names of the winners and Cheech and Chong's number 2. I'm like, oh, and I'm holding the camera and they're like, Cheech and Chong number 3. And then Show Enough's number 2. And then you can hear me holding the camera like, oh, like I was already sad for Deb because I knew they were going to give it to Boobs. Right. And then they say, and winner playing Sam from the movie Trick or Treat. I was like, what? and Deb wins and she's standing there. She's just looking all mean and everybody just looking all evil, right? And then afterwards I told her, I said, Deb, how'd you know to look like that? She's like, I couldn't see. I was trying to see through the mask. A riser.
Yeah, so like they were like different spots and I was like, I couldn't see, so I was scared not to move. Like, I thought I was gonna fall, so I was like trying to be careful.
So all her evilness was just her trying to see out the damn mask.
And my head was like moving sideways. Like I was trying to, I didn't want to make it obvious that I was trying to move my head, so I was trying to do it with my shoulders.
Oh my goodness.
And it just turned out that, yeah. And the judges, when I talked to them, and they were like, "Oh, you look awesome," and blah blah blah. And they were saying like the same thing what Josh was saying, that I was all evil looking and that I looked like just like Sam in the movie and everything.
Hey, Sam had it on point. Sam was on point.
So now to the movie. We've already did the how we associate with it, and I have a tattoo on my left calf of Deb in that costume.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like Doobie Brothers' Real Love right there.
So, if you go into the breakdown of Trick or Treat 2007, it's listed as a comedy horror. Would you consider it a comedy horror? I'd consider it a horror comedy.
It could go either kind of way.
So it says 5 interwoven stories that occur on Halloween. An everyday high school principal has a secret life as a serial killer. A college virgin might have met the guy for her. A group of teenagers pull a mean prank. A woman who loathes the night has to contend with her holiday-obsessed husband, and a mean old man meets his match, a demonic, supernatural trick-or-treater.
Man.
So
that was hardcore.
As we talked about this before we started recording and before we started talking about Deborah's winning the Halloween costume contest, this was the first time you'd seen this movie.
Yes. I've seen the character before, but I've never seen the movie. So this was my first time seeing it.
Nice. We're glad that, we could be part of this, sharing the story of Sam. Now, a lot of people, when they watch this movie, they're talking about, it's Sam Hain. It's actually pronounced Sowen. His name is Sam, but when you see it spelled out Sam Hain,
okay,
it's actually pronounced Sowen, like S-O-W-E. Yeah. Did you know that, Deborah?
Yes.
Damn it.
You're not going to get the Google. Come on.
Only because
Google asked Deb.
Because you told me that.
Oh, okay. Now, So here's a little. I started reading the trivia about this earlier in the day, and this is the only piece that really got to me that I thought was pretty cool. You remember when the college girls, including Anna Paquin, Sookie Stackhouse from True Blood, Rogue from the X-Men, when they're trying their costumes on, and there's that one little kid kind of just staring at them, listening to them talk, and then the mom's like, "There's children out here, ladies."
That little badass joker right there, man. That little badass joker right there. Well, I love that little kid. He's a little nasty ass motherfucker, man.
That's what I was gonna say. You know who that little nasty ass kid is?
Who is that?
That's Sam. That's the actor that played inside the costume. The director of the movie.
What?
Yeah, the director.
That I didn't know.
The director of the movie wanted a kid inside the costume because kids move differently than adults.
Right.
Even adults that are pretending to be kids.
Yeah,
They just don't move the same. And so he wanted Sam to have that childlike movement, and that's they showed him without the mask, without the costume, just so he could have his face in the movie.
Yeah, that's very ingenious, man. That's and it makes sense because that was one thing. He did move a lot like a kid.
Yep.
Throughout the entire process, and I was like, man, that actor's pretty good. I was like, did they get like I was thinking they get a small person, or what do they call them now? I don't know.
I find it offensive, but it doesn't matter because it's not me. But they say little people.
Little people.
People. But that makes it look like they're less than people, and that's they're people.
I thought they just got a really short person.
Cobweb's like, we're changing the subject right now.
Right. So that's what I thought that they had in there to do that, but I was just like, man, they did a really good job.
And at the end, as I'm jumping around to the end already, when the old man is fighting Sam, right? Mm-hmm. There's actually a child stunt person in the Sam costume and a smaller lady, so that you can't see that much of the size difference, playing the old man.
They switched it like that.
And it looks great. It looks great. You can't tell the difference.
This movie was directed very well.
It was the, I can't remember his name, but it was his directorial debut.
Wow.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Michael Dougherty. Michael Dougherty. Well, Michael Dougherty, I give you props on this one, because in this movie you left no holes. So sometimes you get into like horror movies or something like that, and you find like a hole in a story or something that you say that's just not really kind of believable or whatever. Everything he put in here is like, it was dead on point. The way it all tied in together.
Yes, that's what I loved about it.
Yeah. Me trying to figure out which scene came first or which actually started the night gave me a headache, so I just left it alone.
You know what else he wrote?
What?
X-Men 2. Superman Returns, Krampus, X-Men Apocalypse, Godzilla King of Monsters, what was that? Godzilla vs. Kong, and he's writing right now the TV series for Hellraiser.
Gee, why you say it like that?
Hellraiser. That's what Hellraiser.
Right.
And Trick or Treat 2.
Oh,
that's right. I forgot there's gonna be a part 2. I'm so excited. And I didn't know that he was the one who did Krampus. Krampus is also
one of Deb's favorites, which we will be doing around Christmas season here at Cast of the Pod.
Oh yeah, it's one of those holiday specials that they love. Yes. They love them holiday specials.
That one and Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
That's if I would have stayed out there in Lake McQueenie when I was a child, out in the sticks.
That's how you would have sung it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can understand that.
That's when I used to ride my bike around the street, and there was this one guy that would always stop me down there, and he's like, "You're that Spanish boy, aren't you?" Seriously, that's a true story.
Really?
True story.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hellraiser. That's.
Jeez Louise.
So, I mean, we're 19 minutes in it. This movie it's 5. I thought it was 4 stories, but it's 5 interwoven stories. And when you look at it, really, it's starting at the beginning of life towards the end of life. Because you have the principal who's killing kids. He kills that blonde-headed fat kid. Can we still say fat? Plump.
They've been
so
warned.
it's okay.
Yeah, the
They've
plump
been
kid.
warned.
Yeah, the plump kid. So he kills him, and he's burying him. And then you come to find out that he's there with his son, and they're going to carve a pumpkin, which is the blonde, curly-haired kid's head.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he's showing that kid
He's like,
the beginnings of Halloween.
Man.
Then the next story is about the kids that are pulling the prank, and they're like junior high, early high school age,
I think they're junior high.
and they're pulling the prank on the girl that is listed as the idiot savant.
Oh yeah.
And it also ties into the story of the children, the special needs kids that were chained in a bus and drowned by the bus driver. So it's the
Man.
next age, going from the little kid learning to the next age of kids, right?
Yeah.
Then the next story is the college age girls. And then the last story, because I consider it 4 stories, is the old man being the ghost of Halloween past. You know, kind of like Scrooge, because by the time it's done, by the time Sam doesn't kill him, and he's like, I saw the error of my ways, and he's giving kids candy at the end. We haven't got to what happens after that, but you know, he kind of like Scrooge, he's changed over.
You forgot the beginning of the movie.
What's
Right.
the beginning of the movie?
The wife and the husband.
Yeah.
The wife and the husband. That would be after the college age girls. So that's the 5 progressions of Halloween life.
Oh,
Let me tell you something, man. There's not that. If you really want to think about that, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you really digest the whole thing, it's a lot more like, it's really hardcore, man. This stories. There's not that much comedy really in it.
Mm-mm.
You know, you laugh at the justification more or less than anything else.
yeah.
I agree. So, okay, going to the first story, which is the wife who doesn't want to have anything to do with Halloween, and she's so anti-Halloween that she's tearing the decorations down, even though they just went to a Halloween party.
Right? Who does that early? That
I was
same
so
night?
mad
That's
when I
sick.
first saw it. I was like, why can't you just wait till the next date?
Just leave that shit alone.
Yeah.
Go inside, give your husband some attention that he wanted.
Right. Right. Give him that booze. Give him that booze McGee.
Shit. How long ago was this movie? She told him go inside, put on the tape,
Yeah.
and then they had a tape said like natural something nature story or something like
Nature
that.
scene.
Right.
Who has a
Awesome.
VHS tape?
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah, they still had VHS stuff back then, you know. Those old black tapes. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Sharpie writing on the.
Right. Right.
Man,
They probably watched
nobody-
that tape I don't know how many times.
Nobody had anything written in Sharpie on their tape. It was just kind of like scratched on the corner. Picking up the
Yeah.
tape, like
You just kind of knew what it was, but yeah. By
this is the one with the
markings
scratch on it.
Did I go this one did?
Yeah.
How'd
Yeah,
you know
those-
about the scratches on my tapes?
You told me.
Oh,
Yeah. That must have the ones with duct tape on them.
the what?
With duct tape on them.
Because they were different from all your other tapes.
Man,
Those the ones, you know, yeah.
today's podcast has not gone off the rails because it hasn't gotten on the rails to get off of yet. I don't know why we're not bringing up more information about Trick or Treat, because this movie means so much to us that I thought we were going to be talking more about it, but I'm enjoying this conversation right here.
I was
Hopefully
like,
the
what's
list.
the
No, there's
conversation?
nothing wrong with the conversation that we're having. It's just I don't want to cheat cobweb out of any of the story or anything like that.
I don't feel cheated at all. I mean, if I felt cheated, I'll let you know. I mean, I've already been enlightened already with the whole concept with the kid. That blew me away. You know, I gotta, you know, that's pretty dope.
One little other nugget of information I have. So the old man which was the guy that messed up Wolverine in the X-Men movies. You remember that guy?
Okay.
So he's the old man. And oh man, the scene when Sam cuts his Achilles tendon, the back of his
Oh, that
foot.
was hardcore. Straight out of Cats. Not Cats. God, what's the flick?
Dolls.
No, not Dolls.
They
The,
do it
the
in
one
Dolls
Stephen
too.
King flick. Pet Cemetery.
That's yes, when Gage does that.
Yes.
So
But doesn't Chucky do that too? On one of the
all these little bastards do it.
Yeah, that's a little bastard move. They're gonna bring you down to their side. Bring you down to height level.
So
Man,
He-
could you imagine? Wait, can you imagine the amount of physical therapy you would have to do after something like that?
can you imagine the
You're right
amount
with
of shit? Got my little Zacto blade.
Oh, I could not imagine the months of rehab, the months of rehabilitation.
Well, as we find out at the end of the movie, he didn't have to worry about the months of rehab.
No,
So, but you know, the wig and his face was a little different. You know why? He was trying to
Why?
look like John Carpenter.
ooh,
That was an homage to John Carpenter.
okay.
And so was the scene when he sees Sam's hand walking by, and he's like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" Which is from the movie that we will be watching soon, The Thing.
Ah,
Mm,
I like that tie-in right there. I like
Yeah.
that tie-in right there.
yeah.
That's going to be a good episode.
It's a teaser. A teaser.
It's a
of-
teaser. It's a teaser. It's a teaser. I'm working on some stuff. I'm working on something special for you guys on that one. Just work.
Deb, what are you going to chip in right there?
I don't know.
Right, what's going on here? Hey, that might be a hey, we were getting ready for that Patreon's only podcast.
Oh
We're
yeah,
getting ready.
that's what she's doing. She
I'm thinking.
it's not that she didn't do any Google Ask Deb stuff today. It's just that she's
Yeah.
thinking. She's
doesn't take
setting up
much.
for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
So let's talk about the stories. So the wife is tearing down the Christmas supplies, the Halloween decorations. Husband's inside watching the booty tape, and he falls asleep. And she's out there. She's still tearing stuff apart. She blows out the last pumpkin before midnight. And Sam is. Would you say Sam is like a bad character, an evil character? He does evil things.
But they're just not done the evil. Well, yeah, he killed. Yeah,
well, he killed bad people,
But she wasn't bad.
but she hated Halloween.
But that doesn't mean she's bad and
And she
deserves to
smashed
die.
pumpkins.
yeah. Come on, she
No, he
well,
was
she did leave her
protecting.
husband in there with that tape.
That's not bad.
When she could have
He-
gave him
he's-
the Booze McGee. So
So
She wasn't giving her husband attention,
It-
and she was breaking pumpkins, and she was just bad mouthing Halloween altogether.
she deserves to die.
yeah, on Halloween. Yeah,
Not in my
yeah.
eyes, but in Sam's eyes, yes.
So if you're following the rules of Halloween and you're showing respect to Halloween, as we find out later on with the girl in the witch's costume, Sam leaves you alone.
Yep.
And because she blew out that pumpkin before midnight to chase off the evil spirits and all that, Sam was like, I'm not having this.
Nope.
I can't believe she did that in front of my face.
Yep, I took everything down. Wow.
Cut off her arm, hung the arm up on the side, the one with the wedding ring. Did you notice that?
Yep.
That was the
Yep.
arm that got severed off. And then stuck the candy in her mouth and left her up like a scarecrow.
Yep.
Yeah, put the candy in kind of sideways, kind of. Yeah, did a number on her.
Yep.
Good kill.
Like I said, not in my eyes, but in Sam's eyes.
So what was the next story?
The next story. Well,
Because it's out of sequence. But the cool thing is, if you watch in the background, did you notice, Cobweb, that
while that was happening,
while that
Yeah.
was happening and the husband and wife were having their thing, the little kids that were collecting the pumpkins were there.
they walked by the house.
They walk by the house. And then later on, when they're walking down the street and there's that big party going on, Leather Guy, which we find out is somebody else, the leather vampire guy, is in the background.
Ooh. Keep going.
We'll get to him in a little bit. So the next story is what? The chunky kid, right?
Yes.
The blonde-headed.
He's the one that was hitting the
He was
pumpkins.
smashing pumpkins.
Right. He was Husky. We're going to call him Husky because that's what we used to call him back in the day. Husky.
Husky.
They had that
Yes.
one section in Sears called Husky.
Yes, fat ass. I mean, I resemble that remark. I can say that.
Yeah, I had a couple of pair of Husky jeans back in the day. Husky
I got some extra Huskies on right now. So they show this brat ass kid with his curly hair walking around smashing everybody's pumpkins, right? And then not only that, he goes up to one of those signs where it's like, only take one. We're working on the honor system here. So what does he do? He takes all the candies.
He's like, quack, 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 quack,
and
quack.
as he goes to he's eating like the little German kid from Willy Wonka, drinking up all the chocolate.
Augustus?
Augustus Gloop.
Man,
And he looked like him too.
He did.
he did. He did.
I wonder
look
if that
like
was
him.
on purpose.
That kid. I've seen that kid in quite a few other movies, and he really never ever talks.
Good,
Right.
good, because he's normally eating.
Yes. Yes.
How, Deb?
Freaking.
Shit. So
I mean, his shirt. How could they put a tighter shirt on this kid walking outside the door?
kid was wearing he was wearing an extra medium.
Yeah, he was extra medium shirt with horizontal stripes. I mean, come on, man. Your parents ain't tell you nothing about it. You know what I mean?
That tight striped shirt, he looked like Fatty Kruger.
Fatty Kruger. Fatty Kruger.
So he's sitting there on the stoop with the principal, and the principal's like, Mikey or whatever his name is, Fatty
Husky.
you're not supposed to be stealing candies and all that, and I'm not gonna get mad at you. Then he brings out the knife and he starts cutting a jack-o'-lantern up right in front of the kid, and he's like, you have to honor the traditions of Halloween.
Right. But who was that guy that played him, please?
His name is He's good at the character that he played, by the way. His name is Dylan Baker. Steven. What about him? He was J. Edgar Hoover in Selma.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
He's a very good actor.
Wow. Yeah, he's been in a bunch of stuff. Okay, I got to quit looking at IMDb about that. But what about him?
He was probably the most acclaimed actor in the movie.
I would agree. Not counting Anna Paquin. Sookie. She's always going to be Sookie to me.
Yep.
Right. Good
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, I was waiting for you to throw something in there. So he tells the kid, and this is one of the reasons why I think Sam let him live, because Sam was watching him the whole time, and it's because he's telling him you have to honor the traditions of Halloween. He goes, and you're forgetting the number one rule: always check your candy. Right when he does that, kid just starts puking blood,
Oh,
blood, looking like, what was her name? Valerie Vomit from the Garbage Pail Kids.
yeah. Yeah. He let out some. He just kept going.
Going and going. Passes out. Principal takes him into the house. He's there on the Dexter table. And the next thing you know, he's trying to bury him, but then there's a dog barking. And come to find out, the dog and the next door neighbor are the old man. Is the old man, the guy from X-Men.
Yeah.
Brian Cox. That's his name. The old man. So go back in. Principal is there. You find out he's talking to a kid, his own son. He's bringing down the tradition of Halloween and carving pumpkins, and it's not a pumpkin. it's Husky's head.
You know what? Because that little kid was getting on my goddamn nerves.
Husky?
Yeah, no, his son. He was getting on my he was getting on my damn nerves. Because he was trying to bury Husky in the backyard, and he's just like, "Hey, Dad! Hey, Dad! Hey, Dad!" Hey, I'm like,
carve the pumpkin.
"Yeah, keep it quiet. Hey, Dad, I'm gonna be quiet if you want me to." I was like, "You don't sit your ass down some damn well."
This was the twist in the story for that part, though, because you don't realize that the kid knows what's going on.
Yeah,
you think that the dad's hiding it from him, but then they go back in there and he's carving the pumpkin, and it's Husky's head, and the kid's all into it. He's not shocked. He's not whatever. It's showing that
smiling.
he's going to be the next generation of killers.
Yep.
man.
Which will lead to another thing that we'll talk about in a little bit. So after that, what's the next story? The girls?
Yes, I think it goes into
The girls or the kids? The girls.
I think it's the girls.
Right. There's one good part in there, because we're gonna have to bring this back around.
Okay.
When he actually sees like the guy next door fighting with Sam in the movie, and then there's another part when he throws that finger and he cuts the Husky's finger off and he throws it over the fence
To the dog, yeah.
to the dog. We're just gonna bring that around. Keep it going.
No, you're right. You're right. We were gonna watch this last night, and it was about 2:00 in the morning when we started trying to watch it, and we couldn't go because we've seen it so many times. So I mean,
This is a movie that I could watch anytime.
Christmas morning, Deborah's watching this movie.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
like I love this. This is it. This is in my top 5. This
Okay.
movie.
So for seriously though, just so you know, a side note about Josh and Deb. Wait a minute, I'm Josh. We have a couple of traditions. For Christmas, we had to watch A Christmas Story. We had to watch Krampus,
Mhm.
and we had to watch Seven.
Did you guys watch 7
Yep.
on Christmas?
Christmas Day.
Good God.
It's part of our Christmas tradition. We have to.
Well, one year for Christmas, my brother bought me the movie The Cell.
The Cell with Jennifer Lopez. You seen that? That's something we're gonna talk about here on Cast the Pod, probably on Patreon.
All right. Yeah. Patreon episode. Okay. There's more coming. We're building this up. It's like a Stephen King book.
My mom bought me 7, like director's cut special edition, not knowing what it was for Christmas. So now I gotta watch it every Christmas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she didn't even know what it was. Just the box looked interesting, so she bought me 7.
She was like, "Oh, it's that Brad Pitt guy."
Yeah, there's Brad Pitt in this movie. Here you go.
Oh yeah.
So coming back to Trick or Treat 2007, this is where, I mean, a lot of selling points. And for the longest time before I got into the story, the selling point that caught my attention was Sookie Stackhouse and all her friends.
No.
Very entertaining young ladies.
Oh,
Yeah.
what were we called? What are they called?
Eye
Yeah.
candy.
Shit. The Booze McGee.
Yeah,
Boobs
there's
is
a couple.
McGee's.
I'm like,
Yeah.
there's a couple of those.
The scientific name, like the coyote and the roadrunner, is Boobsis McGeezus.
Yeah. The Booze is McGee's.
So they're at a costume shop, and they all walk out, and they're all Disney princesses except Anna Paquin. Did you notice that?
Yes.
There's Snow White. There's Cinderella. Who's the other one? I think she's Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
And then Anna Paquin is Little Red Riding Hood.
Right. But did you notice that the two of the girls, they got dressed in the same stall
Same dressing
kind of?
room?
Ain't
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It sure did not bother me.
No, that's okay, and that's why he was looking. A little badass kid was sitting up there looking. They probably knew he was looking.
I know what you're talking about. So the actor's name is Quinn Lord, by the way, that played Sam, the little nasty ass kid. Let's see.
Quinn
has he been in-
Lord.
Quinn Lord, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Was he in Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, he was in that TV show Once Upon a Time. He played
Well,
Hansel. Like for Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know which kid that is.
Okay.
I did not know that was Sam.
Yay.
Okay.
So they're giving Anna Paquin a hard time about her being a virgin.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, I want my first time to be special. And they're like, no, you just got to throw it out there. Just whoever you pick, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so you're listening to the story, and it kind of goes back to Terror Train, the remake that you watched and me and Deborah tried to watch, where she's talking about she wants it to be special and everything like that. And so they're building up that all her friends are kind of just free love and you know, go do whatever. And she's like, no, you know, I want to put some time into it and whatever, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, no, this is how you do it. And Sleeping Beauty just talks to the guy there that's bringing up their costumes. They wear their costumes out. They scan bar it on the way out.
Right.
And she's like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Meet me in 45 minutes. Guy's like, okay. And then the other two friends, they're out there, and there's a news crew covering the Halloween party that comes out in this town once a year. It's like the biggest Halloween party per capita, you know, in America. And they go up to the camera crew. They're like, hey, we're going to party. You want to go? They're like, yeah. And they're showing how easy it is, you know, just to have somebody, just to pick somebody up.
You know, me, I've always been, maybe because of where I'm from, I've always been skeptical about something like that, you know, because you don't find too many, you know, women of that caliber looking for dates, you know, like that. You know, you're thinking like, are they frats and playing one of these games or something else like that? You know,
What's wrong with them?
Well, that's not a reason why they wouldn't want me. You know, I'm just saying, like, you know, why haven't they? You know, it just seems a little odd.
Cobweb's like, it's not strange that they, you know, be showing me attention or anything like that.
No, but no, that seemed a little weird to me. You know,
for me, 120 pounds ago, one crooked eye ago, and 28 years of marriage ago, you know, they would have been looking for me too. Yeah.
I don't think I would have. Would I have went?
I would have. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I would have went.
I would have been like, look. Y'all gonna kill me? That's okay. Here's the twist of the story. Y'all gonna kill me? That's okay. But can I get a little something first? Please. I won't run. I won't run or nothing. Just, you know, take care of me. I'll take a nap. And while I'm taking a nap, then, you know, you just bite my head off. It's okay. Wait until the nap kicks in. What? Nah.
Nah,
I need my nap, man. I need my nap.
Good on that. I'm good on that one. I'm good on that one.
So come to find out, it's not that she was a virgin in that sense, but it was a virgin that she hadn't done her first kill. We come to find out that all these ladies are a pack of werewolves. And the cool thing about it is, as Little Red Riding Hood and a Paquin, what was her name? Oh, that's right. Her name was Laurie, as in like Laurie Strode. It was a tribute. It was a tribute to Laurie.
Oh yeah.
She's getting stalked this whole time by this vampire guy with the leather mask, and he looks. The costume was pretty tight.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, when they do the big reveal that they're werewolves, something falls out of the trees. Boom. And it's this guy, and it's a vampire guy.
Yep.
They take off the mask, and it's the principal. So he had been killing women around town to fulfill his sick fantasies.
Yep.
And then he thought he was going to get Anna Paquin, Laurie.
Woo.
And he got what he got.
Yep.
And
Now-
their transformation
into werewolves was great.
It was awesome.
I thought it was
Yeah.
cool when she took her nail and she ran it down the back of that other girl and slit the back open. So
Oh,
it was like they were-
shedding the skin.
yeah,
Oh,
it was like they were wearing the, and then the fur is all wet and everything. It was like they were wearing the skin as a costume.
Yeah.
oh, like skinwalkers, right?
Yeah.
That was sick. That was sick. I
did-
love that.
Did you notice that they brought somebody for Lori?
Yes,
They
they
didn't-
brought
they
the
didn't
kid dressed up like the guy dressed up like
A baby.
yeah.
Do you know who that was?
No.
Deborah, do you know who that was?
No.
That was the grandchild, the great child from 13 Ghosts. It was
Oh wow.
it was the same actor that played the giant baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, he's a giant baby man. You need somebody to play a giant baby, call this fool up. Like you need a little goofy looking husky kid, you call that kid up.
Hey, husky guy, you don't feel like you're being typecast? What?
Oh man, that was that was badass. I love that whole. That was one of the best scenes to me, almost. That one right there. I love that one.
The transformation of the wolves and the
Yeah. This dude, because I can't stand the concept of people acting like they're real vampires. You know, when they're not vampires. And I like that when they took his little teeth out and showed him the real ones.
Yeah.
I
You
would
know.
like to see a like maybe a prequel about their pack.
Oh yeah,
Like
'Cause she
just a
was,
story on them.
Yes.
right. Remember, Lori was the rut of the litter.
Yep. And all the words that they're using, all the little puns and all that, you know, you don't get until you find out that they're all wolves.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
they're
go
no.
back and you're like, oh.
I want to see them go up against Thor. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa, why you gonna let them girls go down like that?
Thor in 24.
Thor got that. Come on, man.
He'd whoop
Come
all
on,
their
Thor.
asses collectively.
Thor can run down the middle of the street in a highway and not get hit by a truck.
And then
Okay.
Jump over a fence.
That fist could have been
Leave
electric,
kids.
and you're right.
I'm gonna
Tuck you
say
in at
something.
night.
I'm gonna say something that normally I would not be able to say, but I can say this, and I'm 100% completely covered by saying this. He'd whoop all those bitches' asses.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would.
These were
Oh.
so much better than the wolf transformation in that movie.
What was that? Bad
Yeah.
Moon.
Yeah,
I just call it Thor's movie.
Or
yeah.
I mean, we did the whole podcast about it. Yeah, it was Bad Moon, but it was Thor's movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was definitely is.
So
I should
after
have just named him Thor. Just the movie named Thor.
For transformations, where would you rank this one at? Because we got like American Werewolf in London,
which is the king.
which is the king. The Howling, the transformation in the Howling was pretty good.
Yes.
This one, the transformation was pretty good.
Have you seen Werewolf by Night? The Marvel special presentation in black and white on Disney Plus.
No, I have not.
I highly suggest you see it. It's a one-off special presentation. 99% of it, 99.9% of it's in black and white, and there is a werewolf transformation in it.
Okay.
So I recommend it. Spoiler alert.
Mm. And then you know what? And I thought there was another good one in Silver Bullet when he turned back human.
Okay. It's
That
still a
was-
transformation.
Yes, that was very impressive as well. The reverse transformation. I
We
thought
need
was pretty
we
dope.
need to watch Here and Cast of the Pod. We need to. You know what? We still haven't put out our social medias. Anybody who's
What?
listening, yeah, we didn't put our social medias
You
out.
don't have it scrolling on the bottom?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's
we
some
do.
people that don't listen. You know
That's
them.
true.
Yeah, they can find us all at Cast the Pod. They can find Cobweb at Cobweb 411. I almost did it again. 411. But the point of that being, shit, I forgot. What was I saying?
You were talking about werewolf transformations, and you said we should
Oh,
do.
we need to do, and it's happened in a few movies. We need to figure out what movies they are where they fail at the transformation. or they die during transformation, and they're half wolf, half human, or just like some kind of, they get attacked in the middle of it. And they're just jacked up. There's been a bunch of movies like that. I can't remember any of the names of them, but we need to highlight those.
Yeah, one thing I always get that people always say is like, oh, how are they going to stand there and watch as this thing's transforming, and why aren't they running?
That's what I always say.
Run!
While they're transforming, that's the time. That's your time to go and hide.
Okay. Here's the human aspect, and I'm going to tell you why they don't run. One, the first thing you see is like, what the hell is this? Okay, but if you actually really count the time frame in a lot of these transformations, even in the movie, it happens pretty fast. So you're looking at maybe 3 seconds or maybe 4 seconds of hesitation. A lot of times between transformation, it's just sometimes they take a little bit of time if you really think about it. They're just slowing it down for the process for you to see it.
That's true. I never thought of it that way, but
and then there's always the trope of, this is interesting. Let's go find out what that noise is.
I can't take my eyes off of it.
Yeah, right? Because you're shocked. You're like, what the hell? I was like, is that Mike? Tom? What the fuck are you doing, man? What the hell is your teeth looking like that? What the fuck, motherfucker? Hold up.
No.
You done. He on your ass.
This is when it's like, hey man, thanks for inviting me over and all that, but I can't deal with this shit. I'll see you later. Bye. Peace.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're dead by the time you got half that junk out your mouth. Your lips saying peace while you ripping them off.
It's funny, Josh, that you say about the Phil, though, that there are movies where they're in transformation and like they didn't like complete the transformation. And I know you're gonna get mad.
Oh
but
shit.
I'm reading a book right now and it's about wolves, and one of the characters is a hybrid. She's like, her mom is human and her dad is wolf, and she turned in because they were in a wolf fight, and she turned into she transformed, but then when they went back into the human she like transformed back into human except her legs, and her legs were still wolf legs, and she was like in a lot of pain. So it's funny that Josh brought that up, because I just finished reading that yesterday.
Cobweb. Just between me and you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
All right, don't tell Deborah. You know what the name of this book is that she's reading?
You don't have to say the name of the book.
Ain't nobody talking to you, Deb.
Say the name of the book. What's the name of the book?
Deb, I'm having a private conversation with my friend Cobweb over here. Don't be listening to our stuff.
No, you don't have to say the name of it.
Cobweb, you know what the name of this book is?
No, she never told me.
Because it's not important.
Torn Between Two Alphas.
What?
Torn Between Two Alphas.
Two alphas? What is this, like some skin flick movie or something?
That's what I'm saying. What kind of devil's triangle bullshit is this?
Torn Between Two Alphas.
I'm like, no, Deborah. No, I will not have that shit in my house.
Oh man, it's like Cinemax porn.
No, it's nothing like that.
You don't have to read that shit either.
Torn Between Two Alphas. Oh my god.
Only here at Cast of the Pod, as we're trying to talk about Trick or Treat 2007. I warned you at the beginning that we talk a bunch of shit. We have conversations, and you're listening into our world here. And Deborah's torn between two alphas.
Man, how do you even pick that up in the bookstore? You know, I mean, like, what section is that in? You like
on Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah. Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
No. I'm gonna watch Nope 5 more times before I have anything to do with that book.
Wait. I can explain. Wait. I know why. Deb, you've seen all the Twilight movies, haven't you?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
And you know what? Josh is an awesome husband. He took me and my goddaughters to go see it in the theater.
Each one of the
Each
damn Twilight
Not
movies.
the first one.
Really?
Because to be honest with you, this is Josh's fault. Okay? This is his fault that I fell in love with the movies. Because I saw the trailer for the first one and I hated the idea of vampires glittering. I hated the idea. I did not want to watch the movie. And he came home one day.
Let me tell him. Let me tell him.
No,
'Cause you
one
say
day
it my
he
way is so
came-
much better.
He came home one day trying to be. I'm not gonna say it, but he was trying to be.
I'll say it right now. That's what I'm saying. You let me say it.
Okay, say it.
She pissed me off.
What?
She pissed me off, and I hate this. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to eat? That's not what I asked you. What do you want to eat? I don't know. Well, I'm gonna pick up a movie on Redbox. What do you want to see? I don't know. What do you want to see? I'm like, Deborah,
man.
just make a damn choice. Because if you don't make a choice, I don't want to hear you complain about what I pick or what I bring to eat. Oh, it'll be okay. So I picked up some pizza, and she was like,
Eh.
and I picked up Twilight because I knew she hated it. I picked it up. I'm like, see, this is why you need to make a decision. Pick your own shit, because then if I come up with something that you're not gonna like, and then she watched it and loved it, and I had to spend I don't know how many hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, over the years over her
On
Twilight
Twilight.
bullshit.
Yep.
Oh,
It's your fault. It's your fault. The same
Yeah.
thing with the
It backfired,
Earthburger.
completely backfired. Same
I
thing.
understand. I get the
there's
same thing. I get the great the flower child calling me at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning at work, asking me what I want for dinner. So I understand Josh, the husband aspect of how you can be feeling,
Mhm.
and Deb torn between two alphas. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry, Deb. I got your back on this one, Josh.
Thank you.
You didn't have to say the name.
You had to read that shit either. But so now we move on to the last two stories, which are the best two stories in my opinion.
Ah,
This
There
is
we
where
go.
the little kids are going around. They're like, "Hey, mister, can we have your pumpkins?" "Yeah, sure, whatever. Take your pumpkins." They're taking 8 pumpkins to leave as sacrifice, as tribute to the local horror story. I don't know if where you're at, if you have any kind of local ghost story or anything like that. We have one in San Antonio called the Ghost Tracks, where a nun was driving a bus. The bus got hit by the train, and it had a bunch of orphans on the bus. Right in that
Mhm.
same area where it happened, all the streets were named kid names, supposedly after the kids. And if you go and you park your car there, it's a hill. You park over here on the bottom of the hill, take off your emergency brake, and your car
Okay.
starts rolling uphill over the tracks and then downhill on the other side. And
what?
supposedly, it's the kids pushing you. And you're uphill. You're going uphill.
Have you done this?
Yes, several times. You can't. It's not as fun anymore because they've built houses around it and everything now in
Have
that area.
lights.
And there's lights and a baseball field, and they cleaned up the area and all that.
But your car still does this.
Yes.
Get the man. No.
So off this pod, I'll let you know my theory about it, or we'll talk about it later on in another podcast, maybe the Patreon episode.
Patreon episodes, yeah. Oh, there is a haunted prison down the street from my house.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Yes.
Is it
I live
open
not
to the
too-
public now?
It's a haunted house prison.
Oh, okay.
Every year, Joliet. I live in Crest Hill, very close to Chicago. That's all you guys get. Anyway, so Joliet, they have every year. They used to do it, but then they brought it back. They have a haunted. They turned it Joliet prison, where the Blues Brothers were at.
I was gonna say, is it the same? Okay, yeah.
Yes, the prison the Blues Brothers were in, and they turned it into a haunted house.
Nice.
So it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. I don't know anything else about that because I don't really go. I don't want to know.
So on this one, they pick up a kid. It's a group of kids, and they stop at this one kid's house. And this is not my terminology. This is what they're saying in the script and all that. This young girl, she's an idiot savant, kind of like Rain Man. Is that the medical term? The correct medical term? That
It is for this show.
okay. And so they're picking on her a little bit, and they're telling her these ghost stories about these kids, these special needs kids, that one day their parents decided that they were too much to handle. So they pay the bus driver to chain up all their kids and drive the kids off the side of the quarry into the lake.
Man,
It's horrible. Now the all the kids that had some kind of physical ailment and all that, the actor children that played them, all had that ailment for real.
Man.
Yes.
And their costumes were freaking awesome.
Yes, they were.
They're awesome. Their costumes were awesome. That was very intense. Like I said, there was not that much comedy in this, really. They kept
It's
it
very
kinda light.
dark, very dark, very twisted, and some people laugh at it because Sam has a candy, he's got like some kind of like chocolate caramel candy that has a razor in it, and that's what he cuts with, and then he's got the lollipop that's cracked that has a bite mark in it, and that's what he slashes the wife's neck with, and all that. So it's haha, that's funny just because I don't want to be scared, or haha, I want to laugh at it so because I don't want to look like I'm twisted. So they're scaring the girl, and what was her name? Deborah, do you remember her name? There are far too many names.
Yeah, there's
in here. Too many actresses. I think she was Rhonda.
Yes, that is her name, Rhonda.
Okay.
So they're picking on Rhonda, and they all go down into the quarry and they wait for her. And when she goes down the elevator, they're dressed as the kids that died in the bus accident.
Mm-hmm.
And they're scaring her. And just like the damn, what's the movie we saw the other day? The Prom Night.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Prom Night, they're backing her into a corner. Killer's gonna kill you. Killer's gonna kill you.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
Did the same thing.
She falls down, cracks her head open.
Oh man, but hey, we missed the one part when she homage to what's on Scooby Doo.
What was that? What was that?
When she was busted Velma and she dropped her glasses and she couldn't find because she couldn't see.
Oh
without her
yeah,
glasses.
she couldn't see without her glasses. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, she was crawling around looking for her glasses.
Yeah, classic Scooby Doo.
I feel bad that I missed it all the million times that we've seen this. But so she gets up and she's bleeding out the back of her head and all that. And all the people that were picking on her, what happens to them, Deb?
All the people. I'm trying to think.
She gets in the elevator.
Oh yeah, and then she starts going up, and then they start hearing noises because that's
the actual pit where they drove the bus off for real. They find the bus there.
Yeah.
And then all the kids, the zombie kids that are there,
they start like making noises.
They start making noises. They come out of the water and they take those bullies as their tribute.
Yeah.
Man.
Instead of the pumpkins, right?
Instead of the pumpkins, they get all the bully ass kids.
And then Rhonda, the little girl.
Rhonda gets up to the top, up to the quarry.
She's like waving.
No,
She's like, yeah,
she gives her the Thor from Thor, the bad guy Thor. Yeah, the asshole wave goodbye.
Oh yeah.
but I'm glad she got away because they were the ones that were picking on her. They were the ones that were messing with her.
Yeah.
There's no sympathy. Yeah. So she gets out the elevator up on top, and what does she see?
She sees Sam.
She sees Sam.
And they both nod at each other.
Just respect and walk off.
And they walk the opposite. Like he's going down to where the kids are, right? That's where he walks. Like he's going that way.
Why was he going there? Why was he there?
Because he goes to like all the wherever.
He goes for the next story. So in the next story, there's the old man, the next door neighbor to the principal, right? and the old man's there, and he's just Scrooge. He doesn't want to have anything to do with Halloween. He's mad at everybody. Keeps to himself. Does he's picking on the kids as they come by for Halloween stuff and all that. And then he gets visited by Sam. That's when Sam.
That was a good joke he did with the dog, though. That was funny.
Which one?
When he had the mask on the dog with the glowing eyes.
Oh
yeah.
When they knock on the door.
Like, yeah. Now, if he would have came out with some candy after that laugh, that would have been cool. Because that was pretty funny. That was good.
That was a trick.
Yeah, that was.
And now
that was
here's
really
your
good.
treat.
Yeah, but the rest, he was being an ass.
Yeah.
So Sam's there to get him because he's not paying tribute to Halloween. He's not respecting the traditions of Halloween. Slices him across the Achilles tendon. They start fighting all over the place, just trashing out the house. That's when they pull the burlap sack off of Sam's head, and it's not a kid. It's a living pumpkin, the jack-o'-lantern itself.
Yep.
Man,
they did awesome with
the reveal and how his face was and all that. And then Brian Cox, the old man, shoots him with a shotgun. And there's pumpkin seeds and all that all over the place.
Man. And remember when he was gnawing on his leg and stuff and everything like that? Oh, Sam was ruthless. Ugh.
So
not ruthless, tenacious.
When they shot him, this is like the first time that I was sad that
they got the bad guy.
I was like, no, Sam, why?
So the old man goes in to give him the coup de grace, the double tap. And then he hears a knock on the door.
Yeah.
Well, no. Sam leaves and disappears, right? How does Sam leave the house?
But doesn't he kill him? Right?
He doesn't kill Sam. He doesn't kill the old man either. Because after Sam leaves, the old man's like, you know what? I got to start respecting the Halloween tradition.
I think he just walks out.
Yeah.
It was after getting shot. Then he disappears.
Yeah.
And then, so the old man answers the door and there's some kids there. And he's like, yeah, here's some candy. Here's some candy. And he's all wrapped up like how they used to wrap up people when they went to the dentist, wrapped around the head.
Yeah.
Yep. And then knocking on the door again, opens the door, and it's 8 zombie children.
Yep.
Yeah.
They go in the house. They start fighting with him. You don't see what's happening. House blows up. But as there's fire going on, there's pictures. And you come to find out that the old man all this time was the bus driver that killed those kids.
Hardcore shit.
And that goes back to when Sam saw Rhonda. Sam went to go get those kids and tell those kids, hey, I know where the bus driver's at. Did you realize that, Deborah?
Nope. Until you're saying that right now.
And I didn't.
See, this movie, no matter how many times you watch it, you'll always find something new.
So Sam went down there to go get him, and you know what? He went and got backup.
Yeah.
Yep.
He said, let me warm him up for y'all first, and then y'all finish him off.
Yep.
That's what that was about. Ooh. Yep. Ooh. Good. Yeah. Yeah, they can see that back shiver on that one because that's chilling.
Yep.
Yes. So this has been our rendition of reality on Trick or Treat, 2007's Trick or Treat. What we thought about it the first time you've seen it, and the way too many times, and apparently not enough times that Deb and I have seen it. So Cobweb, what would you rate this movie out of a 10? 0 being horrible, 10 being perfect.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
An 8. Deb.
I give this a 10. This is one of my favorites, and I can never. No matter how, like I said, no matter how many times I've seen it, like listening to you right now, I didn't realize that, and every time I see it, I realize something else, and I love this movie.
I'm gonna give it a 9 because I can't go perfect on a movie yet. There is a perfect movie in my mind, a perfect horror movie, but we won't get into it yet. Maybe on Patreon one day.
Oh yeah, we'll do a 10 only Patreon.
Wow. So
All you get is 10s on Patreon, nothing but 10s.
So that gives us a group score of 27 divided by 3. It's a 9. This is the highest rated horror movie that we've had.
Oh wow. Oh, that's impressive. Most impressive. We watch a lot of horror movies. I would agree. I was very entertained. It had a good amount of gore, good amount of slash, good amount of intrigue. You know, it had great amount of Boobs McGee. I thought it was dope.
Boobs McGee. Yeah.
And I loved how everything just
ties in.
When you like from the beginning of the movie, when you see the wife and the husband, you see everything in the background. I love that.
Yeah.
That must be hard to film, man, and to edit.
I know, trying to get everything right. And
Tell
then
that
like
story.
even when the principal was trying to bury Husky, and then like you see him, and then you see later on, like when the old man is fighting Sam, and then you see it like you see the things going in, like it's happening at the same time.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa.
And then there was a point when he was trying to get his dog, the old man. He was gnawing on something. He couldn't figure out what it was. When the dog ran outside the house, he was gnawing on the finger that he threw over to the fence to him. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought that would have played a role at that crucial part in the next story?
Yeah.
It's just a big circle. The circle of life. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I got for 2007's Trick or Treat.
And I can't wait. I hope they do part 2 good.
I'm kind of worried about it.
I know, me too, because I was so excited about Hocus Pocus 2. And so now
Deb, you're giving away free reviews.
no.
Deb,
I like Hocus Pocus 2, but I understand why people didn't like it, but I liked it. But
Yeah,
I'm just saying that I hope part 2 is just, if not as good, but maybe just good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be disappointed.
Well, then don't watch any trailers.
I'm not.
You don't
Yeah,
build
watch
up
any
the hype.
trailers. Yeah. Actually, I think I saw like most of my first trailer for Black Panther this week. You know, because I haven't been trying to watch it at all. And I was like, oh man, that looks pretty cool. And I'm like, let me just stop myself before I get too hyped.
Have you seen She-Hulk yet?
No, I'm not watching that stupid ass shit.
Why? What's wrong with She-Hulk?
You need to see it just so you can see that cringy ass Wakanda Forever that's in there.
I'm not.
Until the ending, She-Hulk was really good.
We're talking about 2007's
Trick or Treat.
Trick or
Yes, I
Treat.
know.
We're not talking about She-Hulk.
That's on the Patreon.
Right. Oh, here, wait. Here we go.
Oh,
I
shit.
forgot to show this one for you guys. Because you know those jokes over there at Felipe Garage, they be doing hip hop too. So a quick little hip hop segment. Here you go, right here.
Soul is dead. Weren't we just talking about that one?
Maybe, but here's something that a lot of people haven't seen in a long time. The hip hop certain lines. Wait. Remember,
I can't see.
in De La Soul is Dead, they had a story that they told, and you hit the button and it go ping, and there's the original sleeve for that.
Wow.
I can't see.
So they don't have that. They don't have that. It's just something.
That reminds me. I'll show you later on, Deb. That reminds me of, because they were doing the same thing back in the day in school when there was no streaming or anything like that, and you had to bring in that screen and it had the little slides, and it was like, this is a mini mall, bing, and then you change the next picture, and this is this is a whatever, bing. I'm old, sorry.
I know, right? No, because that's what it was like. It was pretty good. This is the shit. This is really shit. Reason I bring that up, I bring that up because Josh, you were just on Felipe's Garage, I believe.
Right.
Bring that back, and Millie Pulled a Pistol on Santa is on that album.
Oh wow. Maybe that's why I was thinking we were just talking about it, because they were talking about it on Felipe's. Yep.
Yeah. Just bringing that around.
See the way he segued back into it.
Circle of life.
Yes.
Circle of life.
So that's all we got for this week. And thank you for listening. The Patreon information will be up there. Like I said, there's going to be like a $2, $5. I think there's a $10 one where you can get life advice from Cobweb.
Yeah. That's pretty much any issues that you may have in your life that you may say, like, I need like some type of some advice from a black man. I got you. You be sitting back like, I don't know. I need some black man advice in this shit. They call up Cobweb, and I'm gonna help you out. I got you. Help you figure that shit out.
Oh shit! I'll give out live advice at the $5 level, and it'd be like, I don't know, just give us more money. That's my advice. Just give us more money.
And we can talk about Twilight.
Oh shit! That's it.
The Twilight level.
Oh. Deb, why you got to go there?
Because I wanted to be funny.
That was the most vulgar thing we've ever said on Cast of the Pod.
Hey,
a Twilight section. Oh my god.
That'll be.
There are a lot of people out there that like Twilight.
The more people that contribute onto the Patreon, the less you'll have to hear about Twilight.
Hey, y'all have your own little section over there. Y'all can just all hang out over there and do y'all little Twilight thing.
You can have a hangout with Deb session with Twilight.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, even more than that, just advice thing.
Don't instigate her, Cowboy. Please don't instigate her.
Hey, the more that I can talk about Twilight with other people, that's the less you have to hear.
Oh yeah.
So there will be
a lot of stuff.
section.
I mean, I've even got like a section put up of just like an album section, chat section. The Patreon is going to be completely worth it. We're going to give you guys as much material as that you could possibly get with Cast of the Pod that you thought that we just had sitting around here on the cutting room floor. We got stuff for days for you guys. Stuff for days. They're going to be very impressed. Very impressed.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
But so we're going to end today's episode an hour and 17 minutes into it. We were talking. Yeah. It
was a great episode. They should be impressed. You guys out there right now should be clapping and saying, you know what, let me dial this number that's coming across the screen right now. This 763-2278 at Cast of the Pod, and leave your comments and messages about the show. I mean, like, if you really want to get in on this, there might be some, I don't know, there's some I've been getting harassed by rappers. Everybody want to be on the show, but until I hear some messages, it ain't no go.
Yep.
But you know what? Let me see if we have any messages. So, I do have a text message.
Oh.
It's from Sticker Mule, where we got the Cast of the Pod stickers. I got to send you yours. It says, get custom gray t-shirts for... Oh, shit.
Oh my god.
That's an ad. That's an ad. That is an ad.
Oh man.
Come on, pod peoples. Leave us some messages.
Yeah, we did miss a call today.
You did?
Yeah. They didn't leave a message though.
You don't even leave us a message.
And then we got a call last Thursday from Primerica.
What do they want?
I don't know. They didn't leave a message. So we're catching spam. So that means it's getting out there.
Yeah.
I look at this as a positive. 786-763-2278.
Leave your messages.
Look,
I know people are listening to
what?
because we're getting texts.
One of y'all, that's not the three of us. That's not Cobweb. That's not Josh. That's not Deb. One of y'all call 786-763-2278. And I will pay for a Cast of the Pod t-shirt. to be sent out to you anywhere in America.
Whoa.
First person to call and leave a message and just say, "Hey, I'm blah blah blah. This is where you need to send the shirt to."
Oh,
Or, hey,
you know what? We would probably have, we get them that Don't Hurt Us Jamie Lee Curtis shirt that we've been working on, because we've passed over 5,000 views.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes, you will get it.
Yeah.
A hashtag Don't Hurt Us Jamie Lee Curtis Cast of the Pod t-shirt.
Yeah,
First
most
person
definitely,
to
man.
call, leave a message. 786-763-2278. That's a good
Oh yeah,
idea.
for sure on that. I'm down with that.
Yep.
I'm down on that. I like that.
me
I
too.
like that.
That's a good idea.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna end it there with a free giveaway. All you gotta do is call the number, leave a message, say you heard
Yep.
it on Cast the Pod.
I want
And
my
leave-
free shirt.
Yep, I want my free shirt, and leave that info. All right, y'all. So until next
Wait.
time.
Wait. Say a little bit more than I just want my free shirt.
Yes, I want my free shirt now.
Right now?
Right now.
Not later?
But now. All right. So until next time, I'm Josh,
I'm Cobweb.
And I'm Deb.
and we are Cast of the Pod.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I'm sad now.